Hi, I'm Kelsey. This is video number 2 in a series of Donor Elf training videos. In the first Donor Elf video, I walked you through how to log into Donor Elf, set your goal, and import your prospect tool. In this video, we're going to look at reaching your goal through your prospects becoming ministry partners using the NPD cycle. Donor Elf is a great tool to track your prospects through the cycle, allowing you to easily see where each prospect is at and easily identifying your next step. Now that our goal is set, we're ready to invite people to become ministry partners to reach this goal. The first part of the NPD cycle is identify. If you imported your prospect tool into Donor Elf, all of your prospects will be there as contacts. We're going to identify a group of them, ideally around 100, to begin the NPD cycle with. These first prospects will be the initial ones that you'll reach out to for an ask appointment. You'll send out announcements to all of them before NPD 102, and we will engage with them at NPD 102. Today, we will put these first contacts in your Donor Elf journal so they will be right in front of you as you continue in NPD. First, we'll use information that Donor Elf has imported from the prospect tool to identify the first 100 prospects. To do that, we're going to look at some groups that Donor Elf created from your prospect tool. To see these groups, go to Reports, Contacts, Groups. And what you can see here is groups that Donor Elf has made based on your prospect tool. We are going to identify the top 100 prospects. You can see here that my group Prospect Score High has 113 prospects in it. That's great. We will use this group in a moment. If your Prospect Score High group has significantly fewer than 100 prospects, you may need to select both your high and medium groups, whatever you need to get to 100. A quick note about the groups. You may find later on that other groups of contacts are helpful. You can make groups for all types of things. Perhaps you want to have a group of prospects that live in a certain area. You can easily make groups and add contacts to your groups. Contacts can be in more than one group at a time. See here the Add Group button to do those. Next, we're going to put the 100 prospects we identified, those that are in the Prospect Score High group, into what is called a journal in Donor Elf. The journal is the key place where we see the prospects that we are actively in the NPD cycle with. Let's put these top 100 prospects in our journal. To access the journal, we go to Reports and Journals. It will go to a screen where you create a journal. Since you're going to have only one active journal, you can keep the name blank. You'll put the start date as today, and the 6-month default end date is fine to keep, but you can adjust that if you'd like. Once you click Save, Donor Elf prompts you to add contacts directly to your journal. Let's add the group that we identified earlier, the Prospect Score High group. We click on Filter by Group, and then select Prospect Score High. You can see that it gives you the option to select specific contacts from that group here, or the whole group, select all. We want to select all of them, so we will click on the Select All button and then Add Selected Contacts. Now it takes you to your journal. This is a place you can both see and manage all of the prospects that you are active with. You can see that the prospects are listed here on the left, and it is oriented around the NPD cycle at the top. Once you put in your 100 prospects, you will want to be sure that the people closest to you and the most excited about you coming on staff for the InterVarsity are included in this first group. And if they aren't, you will want to add them. This includes key family members, your InterVarsity staff worker, your pit crew, and close friends. To see if someone is in the journal, enter their name in the Search Contacts bar on the journal. Let's say I want to be sure my aunt, Scarlett Cartan, is in the journal. I'll search for her here. Nope, she's not in the journal yet. I'm going to pull her up her contact in Donor Elf and add her to the journal. To do that, I will search in all of the contacts I have imported into Donor Elf. You do that on the upper search field here. You can see that she's entered as a contact in Donor Elf, and this is her contact page. I can easily add her to the journal by clicking on Actions and Add to Journal. And she's added to the journal. Let's go back to the journal so I can show you some key features. Reports, journals. First, I can see that Aunt Scarlett is now in the journal. Yep, there she is. You'll notice that the columns related to the NPD cycle and outline the steps that you will do with each prospect. Send an announcement, set up ask or engage, follow up, and then thank. In our next video, we will talk about how to log NPD activity in the Donor Elf journal and make future tasks so you will know exactly what to do with each prospect.